Yeah, I wonder who is here now. Nobody. Uh, it seems there is only one person here. We're just going to begin. Actually, I'm just here to answer some questions. Some people actually asked me some questions the other day, and I was thinking that maybe, we've just gone on and on and on, and not even considered other people who may just be joining the channel or the page. So I think we should actually be doing more of this, beginner friendly chats. Trying to explain some little things which some people may not get. It's of no use that the whole page is about understanding crypto and simply some people do not understand. The other day I got messaged and someone asked me, why is it that I hold my coins and they are not, increasing or decreasing in value? You know, um, we'll come to your questions there. So the person actually was holding USDT and he expected that the price goes up. Now, this is a very common mistake, You might laugh at it, and it's quite funny actually. Um, but it's a very common mistake amongst people who just get started with crypto. You go in and they tell you that you have to buy some coins. They are going to increase in value over time. You go in and you see USDT, it's $1. You're like, oh, perhaps Shiba Inu, it's just too good to be true that you would buy maybe say 1,000 coins for say $10. I think no, you buy like a medium, I think. So they go for USDT or USDC or DAI, and they know, all right, so I'm buying 2,000 coins with $2,000, and so they expect that the value actually increases over time, and this is a very common mistake. A lot of people do this many of the time. So this live sessions, which I actually think we should be having more of, is to talk more about stuff like that, like basic stuff. Some people are not just there yet, and it's always good to bring everyone up to speed with what is going on. All right, so I want to hear your questions first so that we continue. What is this? Chat varying options. Yep. Yeah, I want to hear your questions as we go ahead. Hey, I'm good. What do you think? Can BT retest 25K in short term before rallying past 30K? Well, I would actually be betting that it still comes back to that 25K level. When I saw it close the candle yesterday, let me bring my setup on. Um, So when I saw it rally to, I think that was 27 yesterday, I was like, no, this thing is probably gonna rally today. But still, I would expect it to come back to that 25. I'm not fooled by the rally up. Yeah, and as I said, this was a parabola. We are in a parabola. We are in a massive move up. In a massive move up. The move we are seeing now, you recently talked about gas fees. Why aren't they decreasing? You said you switched to proof of stake. I thought proof of stake would fix this. No, proof of stake will not fix gas fees. What will actually fix the gas fees would be sharding. All right, so basically, instead of processing transactions on the ETH chain, you'd process them in smaller chains outside of the blockchain called shards, and then these transactions get put on the blockchain for validation. So, ETH transactions are high because of competitiveness from everyone trying to process a transaction. So you have a slow blockchain, and everyone is trying to get their transactions processed. So they are bidding, and this bid makes the gas fees go up. So it's not necessarily that ETH is a bad chain. I just made that video. It was actually kind of fun video. But the idea is, as more people get transactions and they want their transactions processed, that is how everyone is willing to pay a higher fee, to get their transactions done. So that is how the gas fees actually go up. Yeah, proof of stake will not fix it. It's another upgrade on the chain that will eventually fix the fees, that may fix the fees problem. And I wonder how, if ETH is actually going to, because before that is what incentivized, well, miners are not more, and now we have proof of stake. How will this actually make ETH better? Something to think about. All right, what are the other questions? Hey, to talk about why haven't they decreasing? No, they won't decrease now. They won't decrease now. And all of this will probably happen, say, in a year or two. It's all it takes time to get factored into price. It takes time. All of this takes time. Even inflation and all of this takes time to get factored into price. All of them. It's not just going to explode out of the blue now. Yeah, so the retest, I want to put my stuff on so that we check the charts and see what's going on. Check this. We have this set up. On fire. So Bitcoin is now at 28,400, and it's with a bull pennant. But still, I would be careful here. I'd still expect that this thing comes down, honestly. It's a parabola, which is why I mentioned that shorting it is not in any thing that I would want to be doing. I wouldn't want to short this type of structure. They would usually rally out of nowhere. 2019, we had the same parabola, and BTC rallied more than 300%. And as it continues to go up, it makes you think it will never come back down. That's just the game. That's just the, the mind games with this thing. If we are taking from the bottom in 2019, I want to show you. If we're taking from the bottom in 2019, we would say that BTC rallied by, from the absolute bottom right here, BTC rallied by 343%. 343%, and still crashed by 72%. And still crashed by 72%. Crashed by 72%. And away from the bottom, that was 23% away from the bottom. All right. So, who's texting me now? Let me put my phone on. I want to hear your questions. All right. Okay. So, we have a 343% rally in 2019 from the absolute bottom. 343% rally. And then BTC crashed by 72%. This is indicating that 320% of that rally was erased. Like completely erased. If you were 343% up, you'd be 320% down from the absolute bottom. But if you told anybody, because this was a rally from $3,000, all right, if you told anybody at 13K that BTC will still go back to 3,000, they'll tell you you're a fool. No one will believe you. People will tell you, we've seen the bottom already. We're going now to 100K. That's what people are going to tell you. And this is I even just hate to think about it, but that's just how that's what actually annoys me in this space. People think price is too big to fail, like some price or some coin is too big to fail. Well, I'm not actually talking about failing fundamentally, but I'm talking about failing price wise. People think if BTC went to 40K, it can't come back down to 15. That's what people think. And that's the problem. That's actually the problem. I've seen a lot of people telling me that, this thing could never go to 3K. Why would how would it even go to 3K? And I'm like, you do realize that this thing is actually trading against the dollar, yes? You realize these are actual numbers on the screen, that these can be any figure. And these are influenced by simple demand and supply. Well, we have much more other things that influence price, but that's the basis of it. And so if you think it's going to necessitate like some type of World War III for Bitcoin to crash, well, you're actually in the wrong, because World War III will mean a massive rally for Bitcoin. That will mean economies will start to print money, a lot of it. Bitcoin will rally badly if there was ever a World War III. So that's not something you can be betting on. No matter how high price goes, it doesn't mean that it cannot plummet, it cannot crash. Right from the lows around 16K, I was telling you that BTC looks like it's going to 19.3. I think I was talking about 19.6 or 19.3. And there was a video even here on YouTube that I tell you there's a chance that this thing even goes to 23K at about 16. As you know, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't really tell you what to do. I can only make analysis here and try to, say what I think. And then you make your own educated decision based on maybe some other things that you thought, and you make your own stance. That's basically what we do here. And so I was telling you that this thing could go back up there, and at 19.6 I was actually thinking that it will crash back. This was my mistake. Yeah, I thought it's going to crash back down, but then it went to 20. And then I was looking for it to cross the 200-day moving average, because to me that was supposed to be the top. I forgot the descending channel. And then when it went to like 23, 20, 24, I think, and then we're talking about a retracement back to 21-ish. I think most people bought at that 21 level. I was talking about a retracement, and I said that retracement must happen. And then I noticed that all along we've been in this rising wedge, because this rising broadening wedge, because sometimes I like to imagine if everybody, I know many analysts, I know economic analysts that really are good, they have predicted the dot-com crash, they've predicted many things. And then I look at all of this, I'm like, no, these people can't just be wrong. If they are warning of an economic crash, if all of them are talking about, I even know some guy who's talking about 3 to 7K Bitcoin. And so I look at all of this and I'm like, all right, these people can't just be wrong. There must be something which we are simply not looking at, because, I'm always focused on the charts. I look at the charts. So I'm like, what are we not seeing on the charts? What are we not seeing? If there is this big warning of a crash, if there's to be a market crash, if there's to be a market crash in the stock market, in the S&P, Bitcoin will crash. All right, if it may not crash as much, if maybe there is some decoupling there, but it will crash. So I was like, what are we missing? What are we not seeing? What are we not seeing? And this ascending, broadening wedge, that's what we are not seeing. I think that's the bubble. That's the bubble. That's what we are not seeing. And by its principles, we should retrace back from that 15K and rally so high, but fail to go above the all-time high. Failure to go above the all-time high can't be at 30. It must be high enough. And the charts are telling us that BTC is headed for somewhere around 47. Now, between that, it might retrace always and go up, come down, go up, come down. But eventually, that's where it's headed. That's the sell point of the parabola I was talking about. That's the sell point. If it does plummet from here and goes to 15, 14, that's a buy. All right, so you understand how my mind works. It's not just, you know, looking at the charts and, you know, being like, it should go here because I think it should go here. No, it's about facts. We are staying objective. We are staying objective with what we are seeing. You know, if it's saying that it's going up, you just have to believe it's going up. If it's saying that it's going down, that should be your primary focus. And it changes. That's the problem. It changes. And sometimes when I change my analysis, some people are like, oh, you're changing your analysis again. It's because the charts can change in a minute. You know, this thing is Bitcoin. Anything can happen at any time. At literally any time, anything can happen. If maybe Putin or Biden decided, you know, someday, you know, got crazy and was like, Bitcoin will become legal tender. Bitcoin will immediately pump to maybe 100K. You know, so it's really a different animal. Anything can happen. All right, let's look at the questions. What about Binance controlling the current Bitcoin prices? You know, there is a lot of thought going around about Binance, and honestly, I cannot, you know, we cannot really say for sure if they have some malicious intent, or they have, of course, every exchange or every company or something, they, you know, as big as Binance, they must have something, you know, that they do behind closed doors and something like that. But I wouldn't really say that Binance is, you know, just trying to, especially according to the regulators, they say that Binance has had about 300 accounts, you know, doing insider trading that are linked to CZ. And so if this whole thing that Binance is controlling Bitcoin prices, well, they will be controlling Bitcoin prices because they occupy about, I think that's like 60% of the total trading volume, you know. So a lot of Bitcoin's price will be determined by Binance, you know. But as for the fourth part, I cannot really say for sure, but I don't have any problems with Binance, you know. When they were still using Silvergate a long time ago, that was I think that was 2020, I sent some money. I wanted to deposit some money on Binance and I had to send it to Silvergate. Like, I actually had to send it to an account. I sent it to the account and it made like, it was like 2 months, I think. There was some problem and I spent like 2 months, and after that 2 months I still got my money back. I've really never had any problem with Binance. So all this noise about them, I honestly think it's just thought, you know. And yeah, that's how it normally is with you know, good people. So controlling Bitcoin prices, you could link that to trading volume. Binance is a product of their own, you know, good service, I would say. The reason why a lot of people are on Binance, it's not because Binance is doing a lot of marketing, or they are, you know, they have some type of charm or something like that. It's, you are willingly, you know, making an account on Binance. So it's probably because their service is good. That's why many people go to them. So it's not about anything else. They have majority of the trading volume. So Bitcoin's price will be a lot of the times, or will be heavily controlled by Binance's trading. So you do know that prices differ with exchanges, yeah? So prices on Binance may not be the same with prices on some other exchange that has low liquidity or higher liquidity. So no, Binance has the highest. But anyway, just an example. There is always this difference in price. So the highest exchange, so having the highest trading volume is going to have a big impact on the price of the asset. Yeah, so I don't think it's really a problem. It's no call for concern, I would say. Do you think we will see a retracement to 24 to 25 BTC before shooting to 30K? Honestly, I think if we even go to 30K right now, we'll probably just dump back down to the downside. Let's look at the 4 hourly time frame and see if we have anything there that can say this. Because according to my last analysis, um, we were supposed to go back down to that level. Yeah, because we had this bear. Oh, it's actually forming a double bottom here. Yeah, we had this bearish divergence on the 4 hourly time frame that was pointing to 24,900. Yeah, and so even if we do go up, I simply will not trust it. I won't trust it. And if I didn't have Bitcoin right now, I wouldn't be going for it. Honestly, I wouldn't. It may go up, but I wouldn't be going for it. Let's look. I'm still looking at this on the dollar chart. Let's look at USDT. So let's go here. USDT, BTC, USDT, Binance. All right. So, I would still expect a retracement here. I wouldn't trust this, honestly. I wouldn't. So it's actually rallying in the London session. Yesterday, New York brought the dump. So even if it shoots up, I simply wouldn't bother. I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't trust this. It does look like a bull pennant, and we do have a fake move to the downside. So by that logic, we should go up. By that logic, how far high can we go would be, let's see. Let's see from here. 29,942. 29,942. And even from there, I would still just expect a dump. I don't trust this move up. But still, even if it goes up, I'm fine. I didn't sell and I didn't short. I made it clear, shorting a parabola, the entire move itself from the higher time frame is very bullish. So every retracement is not, I don't see it as an opportunity to short. And even if you are shorting, I would just have my take profits very close. And someone is DMing me on Instagram, what's your opinion on XRP pumping? I've been talking about XRP's pump for a very, very long time, and some people didn't believe me. But when it starts to pump, you will hear all sorts of news about it. And that's what gets me annoyed in this space, People are just waiting for prices to pump, and then they bring out the news that maybe Garlinghouse has said something, or there is some upgrade on XRP or something like that. And that's how people will end up losing, because you didn't anticipate the pump. So clearly you're just waiting for the news, and the news is always late. The charts front run the news and not the other way around. All right, so there's a high chance that we go for this 29,942 and come back down. Yeah, the daily is getting close to undervalued territory here, and it's trying to initiate the move to the upside on the daily time frame, and that could end up being very bullish still. But if honestly, if I didn't have Bitcoin, if I wasn't in Bitcoin, I wouldn't get it now. Honestly, I would just wait. I would just wait for it to go up and do its thing and come back down. Yeah, that's what I would do. I wouldn't wait. I wouldn't. I was looking at BNB yesterday as a marker to see. So I expected that BNB does come down to 296, but it ended at 306. Maybe I should show you guys my screen so that you see what I'm talking about. But I want to hear the questions that I got the other day on my DMs. Some people really have some crazy questions, honestly. And so it's good that we clear those doubts as we go along. It's just better. Let's look XRP. Oh wow, XRP is shooting up crazily. My first level for XRP the ultimate level is about $1. That's the ultimate level for XRP. But I think my first level here, where I think XRP will stop, will be anywhere around 75 cents. Yeah, that's going to cause a lot of noise in the space. It's fine. It's good. You know, very many people will be very happy about the move to the upside, and yeah. Yes, so yeah, we do have a bull pennant on the 4 hourly time frame, and that bull pennant, I'll be much more conservative on that bull pennant. I wouldn't be thinking that it just goes straight to 35. I mean, if it goes, I'm happy, all right? But I'm being conservative here because these charts are not really, really bullish, in my opinion. They are not really, really bullish. Let me show you. So let's turn the camera around. All right, so we see here, we see this move to the upside, right? Now, you could easily say this is a bull pennant, 4 hourly time frame. We see the stochastic there on the 4 hourly is already approaching overvalue territory right there. And let's take this out. So this is what you would call the bull pennant, this one. Now, by this theory, if you take this from here, you see the fake move? That's the fake move to the downside. This one. That's the fake move to the downside. All right, so you could, by this, you could say, all right, the conservative target here would be this one. This is the conservative target, and this is where I take this this line to the upside, and that will be giving you that 29.942. But still, would I be going long here? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, the best for this parabola is just spot. It's spot, because they have extremely harsh retracements and harsh pulls pushes to the upside. So I'll just let it ride. You know, we're in a massive parabola. I've been saying this. We're in a massive parabola. This 1 day time frame right here. People who trade Elliott waves would call this deeper retracement, and this should be 3. This should be wave 3. I don't know if there are some Elliott wave traders here, but if we had, say, wave 1, 2, 3, that should be the parabola. So I think this thing will be going up from here, but still I expect a retracement. Honestly, I do expect a retracement back down around here. Yeah, back down around here. And there were a lot of buy orders here. The last time I sent it on the Telegram and Discord group, there were a lot of buy orders around 25K. And the same buy orders are those that we saw around here at 15K. And that's where it got me, you know, fascinated by how some people are just waiting to buy the absolute bottoms. you know. And that's the whole trick with this, yeah. When here at about 20k, when here at about 20k, you wouldn't buy 25. You'd be like, no, 25 is too high. It goes up to here, and this is now 23. So when it goes up to 23, you are like, yeah, this is becoming too high. When it goes to 25, you're like, no, that's my sell point. Now that it's at 28, coming back to 25, you would like to buy. You'd be like, that's cheap. So it keeps messing with you, and then it confuses you on where price is undervalued or overvalued, you know. If you are comparing this to the 40k mark, if you are buying here at 28k, it means you are betting on my 47k target. Yeah, it means you are betting on that target. You are like, it has to go up to this level, so it's a 64% increase, and from there I think it has to plummet. And some people are like, how would you expect it to plummet if it ever went to 47k? Let me show you something. So let's go right here to the weekly time frame, yeah? And this is for people who fail to believe that these things work. Let me show you something. So, all right, let me take my things away. I was drinking some tea here. No, not tea, coffee. All right, so on this weekly time frame, which is something that if you've been watching this channel for some time, you know already, we have this dump right here. This is the absolute bottom in 2018. If you link it to this one right here, let's just link it right there. Yeah, now just continue along that line and see what happened at 15k. BTC literally bounced at that line. Look at it. Look, is that by some error? Is this some, you know, some mistake? This is not any, you know, coincidence. It literally bounced here. So some people were looking at this already, so they placed buy orders here. Now I bought here, but with a smaller percentage of my portfolio, just for, you know, having cheap BTC. I also bought somewhere around 17.2, which I later sold. You know, I didn't really make much profit with that one, but I just kept this one. Now, so if we look at that and we also connect this to the top right here, now we've never had this type of double top. We've never had it. If you even go to Google Trends and you search for crypto, you will see that the trend was actually lower at this second top. So this is our actual top. This first top here, this is our actual top. This is institutional money going to retail. Retail is buying here. Institutions are here, and they we were in this descending channel here where a lot of people, I think this Pablo Human guy, he was saying that we're going to 20k right here. But guess what? We later on still went to 20k despite this entire rally. That's the same thing I think we are seeing here. That's what I think we are seeing here. I was talking about 10, I was talking about 12 and 9, and I'm talking about 3. And some people are like, oh, you must be wrong already. Well, this rally that we are seeing here, that's the same type of parabola that we saw here. That's in my opinion. Because if you are actually betting that the economic landscape is good for BTC, then I don't know what to tell you. You know, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Of course, it might just continue going up. It's not like I'm going to sell off everything, you know. But I will take massive profits if this thing ever goes close to that 47k mark. I will be taking a lot of profits at that level. And I don't care if it continues to go up to the all-time high. I really do not care. Because I'm trying to run away from death, basically. Yeah. So if you look at this ascending wedge like so, and look at how perfect it looks, you'd expect a bounce right here to the upside, then a plummet. Now, a plummet right here, look at this. The ascending wedge right here is showing that there are different points now to break, you know, to confirm a move to 10 or even below. So if it broke 18k right here, it'd be headed for that 3k mark. That's closing a weekly candle. If it closed a weekly candle right here at 20, it will be headed for that level. And if it closed a weekly candle right here at 23, and quite honestly, I think this might be happening maybe by end of year to maybe next year. It may not happen this year. Note that the crash in 2020 actually happened in March. This rally happened throughout 2019. This happened in March of 2020, the next year after the bear market. Yeah, so that might be the same thing that will be playing out here. If we just sit and wait for a rally right now, yeah, that would be a bad thing to. If we just sit and wait for a crash right now, it may not just happen. And I think this is the capitulation. There was this guy on Twitter saying that we are going to see massive capitulation when price will crash back down here. And most bears were out there think that price should just crash, you know, and then the markets can continue to stay irrational longer than you will be solvent. So we can see this rally continue and continue and continue and consolidate up here for a very long time. Altcoins will go crazy. Shiba Inu will explode. All of these coins will explode. And then you will have to have that massive discipline to not do anything about it, to just wait. That's going to be difficult. That's where I think the real capitulation is. That's, in my opinion, that's where the real capitulation will be. Because every bear will have to sit and wait. When they will buy up here, because if BTC goes according to my theory again, if they buy up here at 47, yeah, 47 will be this resistance right here. Yeah, and this is your March highs in 2022. This is Do Kwon. Do Kwon was pumping up BTC with UST right here. So coming back up here will convince many people that this thing is just going to blow to the upside. But then I think from here is where it does this. Yeah. So, but this will be very good. This will be good enough to convince everybody. This coming up here, this will be good enough to convince everybody on earth that price will go down. And we see some structures here. We can even see the inverted head and shoulders. These are trend reversal patterns. This is reversing the downtrend to where? To the upside. And this thing is pointing somewhere around 36K. That's the target of this inverted head and shoulders. It's 36K. So if you see it there, 36K, yeah. So, but still I expect a retracement around here. I don't believe that it's just going to blow off. But if it does, fine. But I would expect a retracement here. I wouldn't get too excited yet. If you want to go in, well, it's always safe to buy Bitcoin. I think it's still going to go up eventually. But no, I'd expect a retracement. I'd expect a retracement around these levels. What do you think of LTC, this Litecoin, and the upcoming halving, yeah, and the current price projection? Let's go to LTC and see what we can observe from there. So let's take no, I'm cracking maybe USD. I always like to use the USD chart. You know, USDT can be somewhat frustrating sometimes because here you can see all the fake moves and everything on USD. So this is on the weekly time frame. what do we have here? Looking much more like a bear flag, but we do have a retracement around here, so it should push it to the upside by that nature. So that could be like so. This will be going to somewhere around 144k, $144, $147 if it's to follow this type of movement. Because the weekly time frame, this will, yeah, it will most likely go up to here, around 147. Let's go to the daily and see if we can have anything more meaningful there. But still, I expect a retracement. Still, I expect a retracement. This rising wedge right here. Let's see. You could say that this is a V-shaped recovery, and this should be pushing it to the upside. If that is to be so, then it should go like this. But still, I expect a retracement with all of this. I still expect a retracement with all of this. 125. Still, I would expect a retracement. Looking much more like a cup and handle with this rounding bottom retracement. So if we are to follow Fibonacci, we take from here and we put with this one right here. It bounced off of the 0.618, so by that it should move up. Still, I expect a retracement. All right, so we need a daily close right here. You need a daily close above this 0.236 right here to confirm the V-shaped recovery to the upside. Yeah, you need this daily candle close. If it can close above this line right here at about $90, if it can close above that, then you'd expect that it continues the move up. If not, it's coming back down to somewhere around $82. Yeah, I still expect a retracement. You can even see from the daily time frame right there, that's not so bullish, is it? Yeah, so I would expect a retracement still. I don't trust this move to the upside. It will just rally and then dump back down before going properly up. I find that a lot of people, when the C price move to the upside, immediately they're like, maybe I missed out. Maybe I missed out. You never miss out. It will always go up and always come back down. This is something that I learned when I lost a lot of money. I lost so much money before I learned that. I was gambling with my Herve some time back. I took Herve, I sold my Herve actually, and then I was always trying to catch the bottoms and tops, on shorter time frames, because you know that you can capitalize on those price movements, especially in a bull market. And I was doing that, I was winning, but I noticed in the end that if I just held onto it, I would have made more, and sometime I even sold some Aave, and I bought some shitcoin, and I just lost that money. So it's important to always wait for price, wait for it to come to where you want it to come, then you take your action. Always wait. Don't think you missed out. Never think you missed out on anything. It's always going to still come back there. That's just the nature of things. It's always still going to come back there. Some people may be thinking that, oh, I missed, I lost, I didn't catch the bottom. Believe me, if Bitcoin came back to 15K right now, you'd still have the same tension to buy like you did before. So at 15K last time, most people weren't rushing to buy. People were like, oh, it's going to go lower, including me. Now, when it comes back to 15K, you will still have that same idea. When it was at 60, 69, if they told you that, all right, would you want to buy at 40 instead, you'd be like, hell yeah. Now it's at 28. Buy then. No, you won't. Because you expect that it should come back down to 26, or it should come back down even by $300 so that you buy more. That's always the mindset, and that is what gets all of us wrecked. When it came back to 21 after going to 25 the first time, I was telling you guys that follow your plan. You expected a retracement. This is it. This is your retracement. I'm buying. And I added to my stack. Now, before I even bought at 15.7, I already had Bitcoin. I never sold out of all my Bitcoin. But yeah, I added to my stack. So I was saying that I will buy here. I even sent a message in the Discord group, and informed that I was DCAing into. I think I said that on Instagram too, that I was buying some altcoins, and now all of them are up. So it's important to follow your plan. If you want to buy, just buy. Just buy, and don't super expect it to come to the exact dollar. Yeah, but something saying I'm following the longer, the higher time frames. If this thing goes up to like 47, 45, 46, 47, I am scaling out, and I don't care, even if it continues to go up. Of course, I will not sell everything. I will sell some coins off completely. I will go completely out of them. And then with some other coins, I will just take profits. I expect some altcoins to at least double before we go to such levels. And then, with some of them, I will just take my profits. And then some I will sell off. I will sell out completely, because it would have moved according to my thesis, and from there it should be crashing. Yeah, I don't know what will happen. I don't know if it's going to be another outbreak. I don't know what will actually push it to that level, but there is always something that comes out to make it go to that level. And saying it now is not what everybody would want to hear. Nobody will even believe me when I say it. Nobody believed me when I was talking about 20K. And it was even close when I was informing people that this thing will be going to 20K. I was buying at 30, 34, and then I was selling at 47, and I was still insisting on 20K. No one believed me. Well, some of you did. And yeah, it's been fun since then. But since even at that time, no one thought that could happen. No one even. Some people were like, no, you're just too bearish. The bear market is not here yet. We're going to continue. It's going to be a prolonged bull market. That's what many people told me. And simply the charts did not lie. The charts didn't lie. Dokon was pumping Bitcoin. Terra Luna had not crashed yet. When I put up that post on Instagram that I'm selling, I think that was 70% of all my Luna. I didn't know that Terra was going to crash. Well, Terra crashed and brought us all to 20K. 3AC Capital, Voyager, all of these, even FTX, all of these crashes. It wasn't something that we expected, but they all happened to push price to that level. So yeah, we may not know what will happen to bring price to a certain level, but it always happens. There will come out, something will come up, and it will push price to that level. And when I think about it now, I would even try to imagine that maybe the US does something with the dollar, or this whole dollar thingy. China and Russia and all of these people, or say all of these countries, trying to dominate the dollar. Maybe the dollar, or say Jerome finds a solution or something, I don't know. But it's going to push Bitcoin to 3,000. That's my thesis. We'll see. Time will probably prove me right or wrong. It's all good. This LTC is actually, it's bull flagging on the 4 hourly time frame, and it does have a retracement here, but still, no, I'm not too sure of this. This rally could have just been some fake move to the upside, take out some shorts, and crash badly. That's what usually would happen. The crash would be more severe if it went up first. Let's see, H bar. And a lot of people get interested when price goes up. So that's what the market maker would do. Push price up, people get interested, push price down. Yes, it's looking bullish. H bar. H bar is looking bullish. It's in a descending wedge, descending channel. Oh, and it's flying up. Yeah. According to this, let's take the very, very, very. I did have a friend of mine, and he shorted. He shorted when I talked about BTC going down to 25K. He shorted, and then I told him that take your first profits at that 26-ish and put your stop loss to entry, because we're in a parabola. I've said don't be shorting this type of move. It's a very bullish pattern. It can take you so high that you will not understand why it's going up. It does that all of the times. No, but this will not be long-lived, I think. It's too close to its TP already. This H bar. It's going to 0.0063. 0.0063, and it's showing a breakout of the descending wedge on the 4 hourly time frame. It may continue for the rest of the targets, but since I expect a BTC to retrace still, I wouldn't be betting on this. I wouldn't. Let's go to the 1 hourly and see if this thing can continue. No, it's overvalued, and New York is starting. The crash will come. It's actually breaking a double bottom here. So yeah, so why is crypto breaking out? Well, because it suffered a lot in the past days, maybe. So let's see, why is crypto breaking out? Well, I've been talking about a parabola. If you haven't watched my video on the parabola, that we are in a parabola, you should do so. It's in my channel. What's your thought on Stratos? It's been dipping good in this bear market. It went back down to 22 cents when I got in SMH. I'm not so good with this short formed words. When you squeeze them, I don't understand them. Maybe I'm old, I'm 30, and so I don't know. Yeah, so what's your thoughts on Stratos? You guys want to know what I really want from Stratos? Honestly, and I'm not saying you should hold me for this, because I know when I say something, some people just hold it on my head, and that's all they talk about. I hope to catch, should I even really say this? Stratos is my moonshot. I have looked at every project in this crypto space, and I honestly do not see any other project that is as like business driven as Stratos. Now, don't get me wrong, there are many good projects out there, but tell me which project, all right, updates on their work every 2 weeks like Stratos. Tell me which one. Every 2 weeks since its creation, every 2 weeks, bi-weekly reports every 2 weeks, giving you every detail, telling you the problems that they are facing, the challenges and everything, how they overcome them and everything. Tell me, Which one? I mean, I'll be happy to hear. If you really know them, you can tell me here in the comments. Tell me, which one? So, and look at the incentive. Yeah, I would advise that you really take some time and study it. Don't just go to it because they said it. Take some time and study the project. Yeah, I might as well be wrong. Maybe it's a business, it's a strategy to lure all of us to invest, and they run away with the money. But take some time and study it and tell me which other project you see doing the exact same thing for a micro cap, because it is very rare that you see micro cap coins or projects being as responsible. Some of them just go in, and when they get funded, when they take people's money, they just run away, they just stop working. And if you go on GitHub, you see how their work has been developing over time. So you tell me. I mean, so if this is actually going to be what I think it might be, then even Filecoin will not compete with it. Honestly, even Filecoin will not compete with it, and yeah, and that will be a huge coin in the future. So my expectations there are very, very high, like crazily high, yeah, very, very high. Of course, with the aspect of liquidity, if BTC went to 9K, even if BTC actually went back to 15K right now, the market will be in so much shock that people will be running to withdraw their money, or say sell, basically, out of any major or out of any micro cap that they owned. So those will immediately collapse. It will collapse so badly that you will feel sorry for it. So yeah, so we'll be talking about less than 20 cents again, and when I look at the charts of the coin, let's go it's actually on Mexi Global. So if you look at its charts and you see the volume there, you will see that it's been rallying on little to no volume, and so still I would expect it to plummet, and I know it's kind of difficult to understand my thesis sometimes. I understand that. Sometimes some people are like, how do you think it's going to plummet, and at the same time you're thinking it's going to go up? I understand why some people would have problems with this way of seeing price, but that's just how it is. Price is never going only up. It's always going up and down, up and down, up and down in different time frames. So you'll be bullish in 1 hour, bearish on the daily, bullish on the monthly, and that's just how it is. On TikTok I don't have much time to explain this, but yeah, that's just how it is. Yeah, so the volume, if we look at the volume, let me bring it up so that we all see. So to me, honestly, I'm going to just be buying that coin, and I hope to catch anywhere around 500x. I know it's crazy. I know that's a crazy word, but I hope to catch 500x on it, and I'm going to hold it to that level, even if it has to take me 10 years. I will be holding it. You can sell. You will sell on your 20x. That's fine. Everybody, but I'll be waiting. Over the last bull market, I was asking myself the question, that there is always this thing that comes around, that actually makes poor people wealthy. It always comes around. It never stops. Bitcoin is one of them, There is always this one thing that comes around to enrich poor people. I'm also poor. I'm not rich. Some people think I'm rich. I'm not. What I really want to have, I am nowhere close to where I want to be, like not even an inch close. So some people hear me talking about thousands of dollars and they're like, "Oh, you're rich." No, I'm not. That's nothing. So all right, let's go to those. So what I really want, I think it will take a very long time to get, and you just have to be patient to have it. And so there is this one thing that always comes around to enrich poor people like myself, and I was always wondering that, but what thing is that? The only way to actually make wealth massively without, spending, you know, 50 years or 80 years like Mr. Warren Buffett or something, is through crypto. There is no other way. There simply is no other way. Cryptocurrency is the most appreciating asset on earth. There is no other asset that outperforms crypto, you know. So we might get the volatility day in, day out, but overall, crypto moves faster and higher than every other coin out there or every other asset class out there. There is no other thing that you would make as much money um, as you would do in crypto. So if I was looking for that thing that came around to enrich poor people, that should only be in crypto. So what crypto is it? What crypto is it? It's not Bitcoin. It's for sure not Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin will one day go to $100 million, but that could take maybe 80 years for that to happen, or 100 years for that to happen. And yeah, we are not going to live up to 100 years, sorry. So what coin will that be? And according to my research and stuff, we could go to Uniswap and buy some coins, but they too are very unsafe. You could just as well lose all of your money. So what coin is that? It's all about investing just as little as $10,000 and making humongous gains in a coin that you would not be so much bothered about if there was a market crash, because market crashes happen all the times. Now I want to show you this chart right here. This is Stos, yeah? This is Stos. And when I brought you this coin, it was somewhere around here. When I brought you this coin, it was somewhere around here. Was it even here? Because it went up to $5, $5+ when I talked about it. So it was around this level when I talked about it. When I talked about it, it was at $1.40, somewhere around here, around this level, and it went up for this rally. Now this is on another exchange, so on Gate.io you would have a different chart than this one, but according to this chart, I talked about it when it was here, and it plummeted to $1.17 where I bought again, and then it went to like $1.12, I believe, then rallied up. Now we can see that it came to this bear market low right here, and this was heavy accumulation. You would call this a volume bubble. So it accumulated over this huge period of time, and honestly I wasn't paying attention to this chart. If I was, I would have been accumulating badly here. I wasn't. That was my mistake. So it rallied from here. This was around 14 cents, but I was talking about it always. If you were keen to the charts, perhaps you would have bought, but yeah, it's fine. It rallied back from here to that is $1.34. But you see the problem with the rally, yes? As it rallied, no volume, like little to no volume on its rally. So that is where I have a problem with this. I see it to be manipulated, actually. Yeah, I see it to be manipulated up to these levels. So I honestly think it's just going to sometime come back down. Yeah, I see it to be heavily manipulated at this level. This whole movement to the upside. This is probably just one person buying, and I think someone placed a bet on Uniswap at $1, and it fled to $1. So yeah, I think this will crash. Yeah, because if you look at the S&P, I'm telling you, we have some really crazy things going on with the S&P, and it's not going to be too good for crypto. I do also believe that the S&P is going to Bitcoin is going to
decouple from the stock market at some point. But for now, I don't think it is going to decouple that easily. If we go to the S&P 500, I don't know if I have any questions. Thoughts on Polkadot. So sorry, I'm not, on YouTube, the comments don't just appear like on TikTok, like I'm talking and I don't see any comments. The screen is just blank. So, all right, so let's go to ADA and DOT. Now, if you have any regular questions, because some people come to my comments or send my DMs and they ask some questions which they really have a problem with. That's the whole purpose of this live stream, so that we talk about regular stuff. You can ask about how to even begin and we can start from there. I think we'll even just go to there after this, so that maybe if anybody who's want to watch this video later can. And in the next live stream, we're going to do it on the PC because maybe the phone thing isn't so good. Let's go to ADA. Now, you know that I've been talking about ADA's, wow, that's a good rally. That's a good rally on ADA. But this is on the 1 hourly, yeah? It's 14% rally, not bad. Inverted cup and handle, or inverted Adam and Eve. Oof. Alright, do you recommend shorting or longing BTC right now? What I would do is just wait. In my opinion, what I would do is I would just wait. I wouldn't long or short. Because if you are to long, if you are to short, for example, your stop loss needs to be above 30. Anywhere above 30, around actually 31. But anyway, let's look at ADA before we go to that. So daily time frame. So we still have the same retracement here, retracement of the golden ratios. This is something that I taught in my premium class. When you see a rally to the upside, take your Fibonacci. If you see this rally to the upside, if you see this type of rally to the upside like so, and you see price start to correct, you have this point right here. If price breaks that, it's going to come for this level. Now, an easy way to go around this is just to take your Fibonacci from the bottom right here. You take your Fibonacci from the bottom. Take your Fibonacci from the bottom. You see that? And then you put it at the top, and you're using only candle closes. This is best done on the 4 hourly daily time frames. So Fibonacci from the bottom to the top, and then you time the golden pocket. So golden pocket will be coming in between the 0.618 and the 0.5. Most often people would think that this is the golden pocket, but I find that price does not retrace here. Around the 0.5, this is 0.5 and the 0.618. So 0.5 is 50% retracement, 0.618 is 68% retracement. So I would actually expect price to come between the 0.618 and the 0.65. This is my golden pocket, this one. So I'd expect a retracement here, then move back to the upside. That's how you catch this types of moves. So you'd expect that, and then right here you need a candle close above the 0.236. That candle close will be pushing back price to the upside. Ideally, because you see the broader picture on ADA. The broader picture is the descending broadening wedge. Now, this is the exact same thing that I am saying is going to happen with Bitcoin, and some people still doubt me. This, you see what is happening here? Now, you have the descending broadening wedge. It hit this resistance here. What happens to price? Price comes back down to the 0.618. This, invert the chart. You see what is going on? You have the ascending broadening wedge. Price hits this one, goes back up to the 0.618 and plummets. On Bitcoin, this 0.618 will be that 47K mark. Now, some people still think if it goes up there, it can't come back down. It can't come back down. It can very well come back down. I'm telling you, if Bitcoin went to that 47K mark, I'm selling. I don't care if it goes up to 100K. I really do not care. Well, I'm not selling everything, but I'm taking massive profits there. Because this is what I'm telling you. I told you, you have these points. You have 3 points of impact. The first point of impact in an ascending broadening wedge, and I've posted this video on TikTok, you have the first point of impact here. You have the second point of impact. And then the third point of impact, you want a retracement back up, failing to go above the previous high right here, and then a plummet. This plummet, ideally, should take you back to this retracement, to this target, which on ADA will be the 67 mark. Now, if you take that out like so and you invert the chart, that will give you the target for the ascending, descending broadening wedge pointed to this level. So this is the classic descending broadening wedge. This is the same Bitcoin chart. This is it. This is the same Bitcoin chart. The same Bitcoin chart. Go to the weekly time frame and you see the exact same thing. This is the exact same thing. What we just saw on ADA, reverse this and you see. That's the exact same thing. Descending broadening wedge, 3 points. You have the first point here, first point, second point, third point, retracement to the 0.618, go back to the upside. In this case, invert the chart and it will go like so. The exact same thing. Now, it's a classic pattern. It doesn't really mean it's 100% guaranteed, but I will take that bet here to sell. Yeah, if this thing went up here, it will mean that it's working exactly as I predicted. So I will take action if it comes here. I will take my action. Yeah, if it comes here, I will take my action. I'm not that this is on the weekly time frame. It can take 10 months. This is on the weekly time frame, people. It takes time. It only takes time. And this time that it takes makes people think it's not going to happen or you were wrong, you know. But that's just it. It takes time. If this thing came up here, I will sell. I don't care. I'm not saying you should sell. It's very good. You can hold and it continues to the upside. I'll continue to make objective analysis. I'll never make analysis here to support my theory. No, we follow analysis objectively. Right here, we saw this inverted head and shoulders. And we, here on this channel, we said, hey, we have an inverted head and shoulders on Bitcoin. The inverted head and shoulders. All right, so we said, hey, we have an inverted head and shoulders on Bitcoin. The inverted head and shoulders will play out in this way. Price hit this level right here. When it hits this level, a lot of people got bullish, so they went in long and left their liquidity down here, or say stop losses down here. The market maker will come back down here to fetch that liquidity and push price back to the upside. That's exactly what happened here. That's exactly what happened. And some people bought here. I also bought some Bitcoin here. And then it pushed to the upside. Yeah. So in the intraday time frame, because this is a weekly time frame, this is the weekly time frame. So all of this here takes time to form. And this, I put up a picture on Instagram and I was like, this is a bullish pattern. I think that is a bullish matte pattern. Yeah, it's a bullish pattern. And you cannot say that it's the same as this. I saw a picture on Twitter and I said that these are not the same things. This one here is not the same thing with this one. Remember that this right here is forming as price is in a bear flag. This is forming as price is in an inverted head and shoulders. The doji here does not actually mean anything if you don't relate it to the entire structure. The doji here will mean something because this is a bear flag. This is showing bearish continuation. This is showing trend reversal. All right, so any other questions? Do you recommend any info on the requirements for MetaMask airdrop? You'd need, I would say, MetaMask airdrop. You mean like MetaMask airdrop, or you're talking about other airdrops that you use the MetaMask wallet to get? You mean MetaMask airdrop? Do we actually have any info on that? MetaMask airdrop. Do we have MetaMask? Oh, MetaMask one user deceptive rumors, because I haven't heard about any airdrop on MetaMask. MetaMask warns users of deceptive March 31st airdrop rumors. MetaMask posted a warning on its Twitter after coming across rumors of an upcoming MetaMask snapshot or airdrop on social media. Because I haven't heard about any MetaMask airdrop. I don't think we're going to have any MetaMask airdrop just yet. Yeah, yesterday I was working on some airdrops, and yeah, I just spent so much money on something that may not be, may not work out. So I was like, this is literally throwing money into an abyss when you have no assurance. And it's not like it's to get mask. No, no. This is a warning that MetaMask actually left here, and this is on March 28th of March. That's like the day before yesterday, or it's yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So there are quite a few false rumors going around about MetaMask snapshot airdrop, etc. on March 31st. These rumors are not only false, but are dangerous. They create opportunities for scammers and phishers. Please be on the lookout for fake sites in the coming days. I haven't heard about any MetaMask airdrop. Let's go to airdrop.io. The hell? We don't have it here. Let's go to Brave. Oh. What the hell is that? To get mask. So we don't have that. We don't have that drop site. We don't have that. All right, someone was asking me about Polkadot. So I do believe that stocks will still come back down. Yeah, I think it's still going to come back down. The volume is just it's just too crazy. You know, I wouldn't expect this to go up. Even if it does go up, I see an impending plummet that will be so disastrous that everybody will be like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? That's what I see. Yeah. That's what I see. I see an impending plummet. Impending plummet. Serious one. This is not so good for it now, is it? So I think this is somewhat manipulated by the whales. I think there is some manipulation going on here. There is some type of manipulation. You could just say this is a cup and handle, but technical analysis on microcaps, it's not just worth it. Because just a bit of money can pump this. If you put $1 million here, it will pump so badly that you will not, so technical analysis on microcaps is just useless. It's not going to work. Yeah, it doesn't even work some of the times with regular coins. So that's why we mostly do analysis on BTC. So someone was asking about Polkadot. The entire market, everybody now is like, oh, it's going to just rally up. Well, if it rallies, that's fine. I'll just make more gains, But that's not what I would be expecting. I would not expect that type of quick rally that everyone assumes that is just going to come. If it does come, then fine. That's the ultimate target. But in the intraday, I still expect some type of move to the downside. Yeah. In the intraday, I still expect that type of move to the downside. We have an inverted hammer on the 4 hourly for Bitcoin. That's bullish. That's bullish. That can take BTC to that 29K mark. Yeah, that's bullish. But on the 4 hourly still. Yeah. Let's see, Polkadot. Someone was asking about Polkadot. Yeah, there is no I don't think there will be some type of if there was an airdrop with MetaMask, I'll probably know about it. Yeah, I'll know about it. But there isn't yet. So be careful. Be careful with just hearing randomly that there is some airdrop coming. Most of the times it'll be a scam. You have to understand that nothing good actually comes easy in crypto, in any space. Nothing good comes easy. So when you hear that it's just so easy, there is something wrong with it. Yeah, always have that idea that, okay, what's difficult about this? Because there must be something difficult about it, and there must be a reason why not everybody is doing it. You could make a lot of money with crypto. I made a 20x on $150 the other day, but I had to invest a lot of money for that. I had to invest over 400 around 444.5 BNB, not dollars, BNB, to be able to farm $150 worth of that token. So yeah, it took a lot of money. So and it was risky because I had to lock it up. What if Binance for some reason collapses with my money? I'll missed out. So yeah, always ask what's the catch. There must be a catch. There must be something wrong, or there must be something hidden in the whole El Dorado fountain of riches or wealth. There must be something hidden in it. This breakout on Bitcoin may as well just be its top for the moment, and this thing collapses. As I said, I wouldn't trust this move to the upside. It might continue to go, but I wouldn't trust it. If I didn't have any Bitcoin or anything, I wouldn't buy it now. Honestly, I wouldn't. I'll just wait. Yeah, I'll just wait. I think there's some huge manipulation going on with this thing, and it would be bad to just buy, and it ends up being that you bought the absolute top. Yeah, you'd be begging for it to come back to that top, especially if you had just a little capital. But if you are buying because you are betting on the 47K mark, by all means buy. But well, I already bought, and I made videos here talking about a retracement back to 21K. That did happen, so everybody who has been following the channel should be in profits. Yeah, because from 21K, if we are taking from 21K, which we talked about that retracement, then it means that you are 31% up on your money. Yeah, you wouldn't have that in the stock market. So congratulations. Yeah, it means you are 31% up on your money. And by my theory, I expect to be, if it does go for the 47K mark, which is what I think is the ultimate top, then you'd be let's just say 46, or say exactly 47. Then you'd be 119% up on your money. Yeah, 119% up on your money. And I will be taking massive profits there. I will at least sell half of this, which will mean that I will keep my initial investment out of any crash, and I will be able to buy again if price crashes to my levels. So even if I decide to buy again back at 21, I would have doubled my investment, with you know the same initial capital. So yeah, that will be great. That will be a good deal that I would take. I will take that deal. And there are a lot of people who went long in Bitcoin when Bitcoin was at like 15K, 15, 17K. A lot of people. There is tons of liquidity around those levels. If you think this thing is just going to go to $100,000 and leave all those people down there, you have a problem. So it's not going to happen. They are going to pay the price. They will think it's just going to continue going up. That 47K mark is where I think this thing comes back crashing. Yeah, that's what I think. All right, so it seems that not so many people have so many questions. We've looked at, let's see, Polkadot to close the show. Polkadot. All right, so dot. Yeah, dot is at, it's actually above my average buying price, and it's bull flagging on the 4-hourly. The 4-hourly is grossly overvalued. Grossly overvalued. Even the bull flag doesn't convince me. Let's see. In the bigger picture, say wider scheme of things, Polkadot, if Bitcoin, if for example, if I am right with my analysis on Bitcoin going to 47K, then Polkadot would be going for let's see this one. Polkadot will be going for, if we are using the same strategy with BTC going to 47K, then dot would be going to $22. Wow. Let's see if that is accurate. Let's see from here, because that's too high. That's too high. Fibonacci usually would give you those levels, and if there is no pattern showing you that that could happen, you don't have to assume that that will happen. So we have to, let me just show you how I analyze this thing. All right. So we see this, yes, and if we are using the same strategy for BTC going back to 47K, and we are looking at the March highs, because that is BTC retesting this March highs on BTC chart. If DOT was to do the exact same thing that BTC is going to do by the analysis, then DOT should be coming to the $22 mark. Now, I do not necessarily expect that DOT will do this. To be much more conservative, I would be looking at this descending broadening wedge on Polkadot. All right. So the descending broadening wedge on Polkadot does suggest that DOT would be going for, and you see the exact same thing still happening with DOT right here. The exact same thing that I've been saying over and over. First 3 touches, retracement to the downside. 1, 2, 3, retracement to the downside, move up. That's what we are seeing on Bitcoin, but we are seeing it on the bigger picture, on the wider scheme of things since 2018 to since 2018 to 2023. That's the wider scheme of things, and they keep appearing in these minute levels. This little chart that we see here is what we are seeing on Bitcoin on the wider scale. on a very huge scale. So by that, I'm saying that this thing would be going for that 47K mark to still plummet back to the downside still. And that would be headed for the target, the 3K target. So that is what we are seeing with Polkadot here. All right, we've seen the retracement back to the downside, and if we are to take it, the most conservative target right here would be to follow this as an AB equals to CD structure. So if that were to be like so, then you would put it right here. So you have A, B, C, D. So this is A, B, C, D, and the D would be putting dot at $10. All right, but if we are to take it from take it to the target of the descending broadening wedge, this will be the target. You'd put this here, up here. So the target there now will be $12. So that will essentially give dot 2x from current price. Now dot is actually at a good buying price right now. Yeah, right now I think this is a good buying price for dot. I did also signal to buy dot at $5.51. I did say this in the group. If anybody bought around that level, congratulations. Yeah, you are up. But still, these are not really good gains, you know. We are looking to catch a huge move, like the entire move. If we are to look at this like all-time high type of move, then we'd expect dot to come back to the 1.618 right here, which will put dot at $82. That now is a good move. The biggest move in all of my, say, large to medium caps would be Glimmer, actually, which is somewhere around 60x or something, you know. So that is that would be the ideal move to the upside. That's like 6,000% or something. Now yeah, so I still do think that altcoins will have some type of mini bull season, yeah, alt season, and that, if we are being conservative, like very conservative, then that will put dot at $10. Now keep in mind that this is on the weekly time frame. It will take time, you know. That should be your assumption, and that will be like a 65% move to the upside. All of this depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin could reach 47,000 right now, and dot is still at $6.22 for some reason, which it can't, but let's just say it, when it was to happen this way, then this would have been dot's top. Yeah, because according to my analysis, Bitcoin will start to crash from there. It also depends on USDT dominance. They are all linked to USDT dominance. All right, we've been talking about this. This is on the weekly time frame. Now, if you can observe from here, you see this double bottom structure, yes? The double bottom structure. Of course, price will not just go straight up when you have the double bottom. You'd have a retracement, a pullback, and a move to the upside by virtue of the double bottom. Now that's what we had right here. But this, we can see that it then meandered into this ascending wedge. Yes, the ascending wedge. So you have let's take this from here. So you have your double bottom formation, and then you have a move to the upside into some type of ascending wedge. But then you see that price now broke out of that ascending wedge to the downside. So yeah, so you see that price broke out of that ascending wedge to the downside. What do you expect? A retest of the double bottom. Now, if we go to, say, the daily time frame so that you see this much more clearly. Now, this is the daily time frame, so it's much more expanded. Now, if you take your Fibonacci, all right, from the law of Fibonacci that we talked about before, you come to this lowest point right here, and you take your Fibonacci from this lowest candle close to the highest candle close. That should give you a pivot point. All right, so Fibonacci, we take Fibonacci right there, and we come to the lowest candle close right here to the upside. So if you take that to your highest candle close, that should give you a pivot point. All right, this right here, this is your highest candle close right here, and then you are putting that around this region. Yes, so if you put that right there, it will give you this. It will give you this 0.618. But where is the 0.618? 0.618 is where? At the neckline of that double bottom. Do you see that? So you have the neckline of the double bottom right here. But how is it that price is just giving you the exact 0.618? Yeah, and that's exactly the neckline of the double bottom. Now you can even see that some candles are respecting it right here and closing and closing at that exact level. So you see it passing it right here and then moving up. It's almost like it knows that it's going there. Now, where did I get this line? If you take this structure, because the ultimate target of any rising or descending wedge is the largest part of the wedge. Now, the largest part of that wedge should be pointing price back down to the base of that wedge. That's how it should be ideally. Now, so if you take this, which is the largest opening of the ascending wedge, if you take this right here and put it to where it broke out from that wedge, yes, put it to where it broke out of that wedge, and let's not try to be too careful, but yeah, let's do it. Why not? If we take it like so and we put it exactly where it broke out of that wedge, yes, so you have the line sitting right there. Okay, where does it take you? Where does it take you? It takes you down here. Where is down here? If we take this, if we take this other line, horizontal line, and put it right there, let's try to make it big. Okay, good. Let's take it in a different color, blue. Where is that blue line? At exactly the 0.618. So it's really telling you that this is going to come here. You don't need to believe it. You don't need to. This is an objective truth. You can have your truth. Yeah, you can have your truth. I could say that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, or Muhammad is my prophet. That's my truth. You can do nothing to change it. It's mine. Yeah. But there are some truths that, whether I believe in it or not, they are just there. We have the sun. We have the moon. Whether you like it or not, we have the sun. That is an objective truth. This is the objective truth. You can see it forming in front of you. Now, look at what's going on here. This is a head and shoulders. What's a head and shoulders? Price reversal. Price reversal of what? Of the move to the upside. This move that was trying to consolidate to the upside. What's the target of that head and shoulders? Just look at it because you will know. Now, if you take this from here to lowest candle close right here, take from there, put to the lowest candle. Where is it bringing you back? It's just taking you back to this level. So yeah, we can sit all day and argue and say this and that. But yeah, it's just the way it is, you know. It's just that's the objective truth here. It's just gradually going to take you back here. Now, USDT dominance, which you have to understand, is USDT dominance over what? If USDT is going down, this is telling you that money is being used to buy crypto, aka BTC, because BTC occupies the largest share of the market. All right, so if USDT is going down by percentages right here, it means that more USDT is flowing into crypto. If USDT is going up, it means that crypto is being sold for USDT, so its dominance is increasing. Yeah. So if you have the dominance here dropping, it means that it is flowing value into crypto, and you have the if you have the dominance increasing, you have value flowing from crypto into USDT. So if we are predicting that this is coming down here, then it means that BTC will be going up. Yeah, it means that BTC will be going up, because by coming down here, it means that this is going into crypto. And a retest of the neckline of this double bottom will be confirming a bigger move to come. So this retest will be a bullish confirmation. Bullish confirmation, which means that this thing will come like this and do this. And if this does this, it means that money will again flow out from crypto into USDT to go to the upside. This will be a bullish confirmation, the retest here. So, by my thesis, I was expecting that 31K should be the top. All right, you all know I'm very transparent on this channel. I never tell you that I know it all or anything. We develop all of these things together. It's not like I'm the one predicting. We are all predicting. We are all observing what is going on. So by our thesis, we were thinking that BTC should top out, anywhere around 30K. But with the assumption that USDT has to be here already before BTC was at 30K. But BTC wasn't. BTC is now lingering at 28K, whilst USDT is still up here. So BTC still has to go up more. If USDT is already here and is still here whilst BTC is already at 28K, then BTC still has some move up to do. Given that USDT only went down by this 17%, and BTC already left from 20K to 28, yes, then BTC has a huge move ahead. That is why I went to BTC's chart and I was like, what are we all missing? Because everybody thinks BTC should crash by should crash by 30. Everybody. Even I thought that. But I was like, no. If everybody is thinking the same thing, then there is something wrong. There's something wrong. And it can't be a crash because we are all wanting to sell and short. It can't be a crash. It has to be in a way that the majority of people are wrong. Where will the majority of people be wrong? Majority of people can only be wrong if everybody wants to buy. At what level would you think BTC can never crash to 3K again? If we go back to BTC, at what level on this chart would you think that this can never again go back to 20K? At what level? Let's take all of this out. At what level? Because right here, we are still at the base. Yeah, we are still at the base. We are still lingering at the base. We can just say that, oh, we just came out of this. Let's cancel all of this. We just came out of this range, and it could be a fake out. Yeah, and that's what a lot of people, even on Twitter, are saying, that this range, which I made a video about, this range right here, yeah, we have this range. So you could say that yeah, we were in a range, we had a fake out to the upside, and then we will come back into the range. Yes, and you could be correct, but actually this is the range. That's not the range. This is the range, because if you look right here, where are most candles actually having problems with closing? You have that. That's the range. So this was instead the fake out. And that's the real move to the upside, because you see the inverted head and shoulders right here. Even on the larger scale, you see an inverted head and shoulders. Huge move. Yeah. And you see the stochastic coming to the undervalued region. So this thing is pointed up. But the fact that it's not really down here, that's where I think it could still have a kind of a retracement in the intraday down here. So I still expect it to drop still. I need it to be really, really undervalued. Then that's where I do a spot position, where we will then just spot position to buy and sell, not holding for long term. So yeah. So if BTC on this chart, where is it that you would think I really want to know. There's a question, it's not rhetorical. I want to know where would you be most convinced that this thing will never go back down? Because it already went above the FTX crash. Yeah, and right here, I think this is Luna and this is 3AC. This is 3AC, I think. I'm confused which one is which one right now. So if it went above this FTX and it went above this high right here. That's the first high at 25k. Went above this one, which I think should be 3AC, this one. Then you'd be convinced that this thing will not come back down. That's where everybody gets convinced, yeah? And nobody will be wanting to short it back to 18k. Right here at 30, everybody wants to short. Everybody wants to load up on a short and take it back down to 10. Everybody. But everybody can't be right. Don't get me wrong, it may as well just happen. But everybody cannot be right. Not everybody. So where is it on this chart that everybody will want to long instead? It is definitely not here, because everybody here wants to short. It must be where everybody is convinced that this thing cannot go back up. Let me show you something. If we go to the weekly time frame, yes, go to the weekly time frame. Okay, put a trend line from here. This is on logarithmic. Logarithmic, if you have your chart, put your chart on logarithmic, okay? Have your chart on logarithmic. Go here, take ray. Go to the all-time high. This is the weekly time frame. Put a point right there. Put the second one at the exact edge of the candle. You must respect the candlesticks, all right? You must respect it to the T, like so. You must make your line cut across the exact edge right here, and the same thing right here, and then roll up your chart like so. Then you will see the bullish retest right here that I used to inform in the groups that BTC is still above the trend line from the all-time high. All right, now you're looking for the base of that chart, yeah, because that's the resistance, and now you want to find the support. Come right here and you take it down like so. So you are taking from here, yes, you're taking from this base right here, because this is the first base where everyone thought this thing is just going to plummet right down to 20k. All right, okay, so you have your bullish retest here. Now you take for the first target of the bullish retest. What's the first target? Take from here to here, all right, and then you take up there. That's 32. All right, 32. What's the second target? What's the second target? The second target is the next intersection. So this is the first intersection between support and resistance. Yes? Between support and resistance, that's the first target. This is your second target. That's the widest opening. You're looking for the openings. Yeah? So if you take from this other opening right here, and normally you would expect it to crash from the first target. But I'm looking at USDT and I know it's not where I want it to be. So that's where I think it could go higher. That's why I think it could go higher. I was expecting it to crash around here, but the reason why I think it could go higher is because USDT would not have come back down to retest that double bottom. Guess what? The retest of the double bottom on USDT will also be a retest on the double bottom on BTC, because BTC is the direct opposite of USDT. This is the double bottom on BTC. The all-time high, the first all-time high, this is it. Yeah, so you want a bullish retest. On this case on BTC, you want a bearish retest. A bearish retest where? The double bottom. If you pull your Fibonacci from here to first candle close right here to this on the weekly time frame would be a bit different. So you would have the 0.382, this one right here. All right, so on the weekly time frame, it's always different. Yes. Now, if you take this right here, you would have what? The 0.618. That's your golden pocket. Take back the chart to the regular. That's not inverted. And then take your second target from here. Place it right here. Where is it taking you? It's taking you to 47K. You see what's happening here? It's taking you to 47. So this target is taking you to 47, which is the 0.618. On USDT, it's also taking you that target on USDT is also taking you to the 0.618, which will be at 5.11%. This target. So this on USDT, if we expect, again, these are just probabilities that come down here. If we expect that it should come down here to the 0.618, then we should also expect that BTC comes back up to the 0.618 at 47.7K. Thanks so much for being in the live. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you learned something from it. I don't know if you have any more questions, but yeah. So thanks so much for being here. We will see each other in the next live. I will probably be we will schedule the live video so that some people can actually attend. I think some people were not here because it was kind of a surprise. But I hope to be getting more lives like this where we actually just talk about price action, and you can ask some questions that you've been having difficulties with, especially with investing or trading, or just working your way around the entire crypto space. Thanks so much for being here. We will see each other in the next one. Stay safe. If you have any more questions, you can always ask me in the Discord group. If you seek to invest, you can use the links in the description to get your way into some exchanges that I support. And that's it. Yeah. See you guys in the next video. Stay safe.